Hi Scorpios, welcome to Tarot in the Dark. My name is Tori. Tonight we're going to take a look at this upcoming week. It's going to be the week of the 5th of January through the 11th, and we're going to start your reading out. So first card out is the Fire card. I was picking up on a ton of energy for you in regards to like transformation. It was your energy, obviously, but it was like to transform the energy, to allow things to dissipate that no longer need to be present in your life, and to like shift. It's like Spirit is saying to shift, Scorpio. So as you move into this week, allow yourself to shift into new. Look, the bottom of the deck here, you have new beginnings. Yeah, I'm picking that up. Spirit's even having me pull your cards different. I don't know if you notice. You never see me do this, but I'm obedient. Okay. Yeah, something about... So this card here, the Fire card, is about taking action. It's about moving forward. And it's also about like starting new. Fires can start new. They also can be about burning away. Okay, so I feel like there's something here that's impacting your overall joy in life. Okay, it's almost like so this deck here is a deck that I created on my own. It's almost like this relinquish control card is showing up to say, allow yourself to process, to go with the flow, and to not resist the energy that your inner child may be trying to work on healing for you right now. Okay, I'm hearing that be like as soft as a lamb and as like strong as a lion, something like. If you know what it is, put it in the comments, but something like that is what they're saying. It's almost like create some type of balance within yourself. You have the Health card here too. This health doesn't feel like it's physical, it feels spiritual. Whatever this is that you may be trying to predict or control the narrative, the outcome, I'm going to just tell you guys what I'm picking up on. It feels to me like someone may be in a relationship and you may consistently worry about being hurt. And it feels like it's like the energy of someone who wants to consistently like check in, like what is he doing, what is she doing, let me just check to make sure that they're doing the right thing. And it's all a way to control the narrative and the outcome rather than just allowing the person to show up in the way that they want to show up, and then you operating in this the fire energy of having confidence to believe that you're going to be able to handle and deal with the situation no matter what, based on you as an individual. Right? It's that type of energy. So you may be trying to dictate an outcome or a narrative, shift a narrative, and Spirit is saying just allow it to be whatever it is. That also is showing up with this Raven energy. See through the illusions. This is the Master Saint Germain. This is about being able to see the truth clearly, okay? And as you see the truth, which is interesting because this one is too, the Sword, Archangel Michael, as you see the truth of this situation clearly, allow yourself to then allow things to either fall away, to end, or allow things to be renewed and to move forward. That was the Tower card that was trying to come out, guys. The answer is yes. I'm not sure exactly where that is in the reading yet. But this situation could be occurring as an attempt to try to get you to move forward or out of, is what I'm hearing. Look, you have the Seven of Cups down at the bottom of the deck. This is definitely about cutting through the cord and seeing through the illusions, okay? The Seven of Cups, we know that's your natural energy, but sometimes this energy can be misleading. What I mean by that is that there could be so much confusion and chaos. This always gives me Piscean energy, like Neptunian energy, where we can believe in these delusions and illusions. We see things through rose-colored glasses. So this makes me feel like there's something that you're kind of refusing to see clearly because you are concerned about having to sit with your inner child. Okay, and I think it's affecting your overall well-being, which is why the health card is here, because it's almost like it's flipping your world upside down. The health card is being shown to me as like a havoc card, where you feel like you're, constantly in conflict, inner turmoil based on this situation and your inability to control it. Okay. Now we all have control issues, in my opinion, but control can show up in various ways, often in ways that we don't even see as controlling. But when we're unable to allow people to just be who they are, or when we're unable to release situations that we see clearly, then we are trying to control the outcome. Because if someone is in your life and they're no good for you, when someone's in your life and they're mistreating you, when you're no good for someone, because sometimes it doesn't even have to be the other person, it could be us, right? When we're no good for somebody, when we are tarnished, maybe even by things that person has done for us or done to us, right? We could be almost at that point like damaged based on the fact that we can't trust them, that we see their intentions and, or they've done something negative to us in the past. When we see those things and we don't cut through the cord, or we see those things with illusions and delusionary perceptive mindsets and thoughts through those rose-colored glasses, then essentially what we're doing is trying to control the narrative by staying. Because if someone is doing something or has done something that we consider disrespectful, unloving, unkind, unpleasant, this could be romantic or family or relationships at work, whatever. It could be any situation, but no matter the situation, when we see that someone has done something to damage or to harm us in any way, shape, or form, and we stick with them, that shows how much we really see ourselves and how much we value ourselves. It also shows our inability to relinquish control, because God is allowing that person to be themselves and do those things to us, so that we will say, hey, I can't actually deal with this. This isn't for my best good. Let me leave you alone. Okay, I hope that made sense. That was a lot. Anyways, you have this is the page of wands at the bottom of the deck here. Not at the bottom of the deck, guys. Forgive me. I can't get my words out. This is the page of wands. Interesting thing is this. Okay, this deck is like the vice versa deck. People read it in reverse. I don't. Okay, this would be considered upright. This would be considered a reversal. I'm not reading them that way. I don't. I never have. This is one of my favorite decks. But this is the phoenix rising from the ashes. This is like you're taking advantage of the opportunities. But I'm interpreting this as this. This is the answer. The answer is yes. Spirit is saying rise to the occasion, Scorps. Like rise. Allow this to reactivate and bring you clarity. Allow this to force you to take action in regards to where it is that you want to go in life, because you have the Knight of Swords here. So it's like allow this to motivate you to move. You have the Eight of Swords here. That's that control. So anytime we are unable to sleep at night, anytime we're in this Eight of Swords energy, we are trying to control the narrative. That's just the reality of it. Most of us don't like the word control. I know I don't like the word control. I didn't like the word control for years. It was actually very triggering for me. But as I realized how controlling I realized that was the reason why I didn't like the word. Because it's like, hello, that's who you are. It's calling you out and you don't like it. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And then you have the Nine of Wands. So it's almost like I'm going to get the rest of your cards out and then we'll keep going. The Eight of Wands. The Seven of Swords. I just don't like this Seven of Swords energy. But here, I think it's a good thing. I'll tell you why. You have the King of Cups, which is your energy. You have the Knight of Wands. You have the Page of Pentacles. Okay. And then you have the Two of Wands. So for a lot of you, you've been in indecision, sitting and waiting to decide whether or not you want to walk away from something that does feel very deceptive to you. It's almost like someone has stolen something from you or constantly tried to steal or one-up you is how this feels. This feels like an energy of someone trying to rob something from you. But I'm picking up on this. This is very clear to me. This person is trying to rob you of your identity. It's almost like they're trying to even steal your identity. So for some of you, you could have even gone through someone actually trying to do this in real life, like identity theft or something. But this feels to me like someone trying to steal your identity. Like, let me explain to you what this means. Okay, not like someone's like, oh, I want to be him or her. It's like, I want to deplete them of the confidence, the energy. For some of you, you may have a very playful inner child, a very fun, loving inner child. That can be very, very, very intimidating and also disturbing for people who are unhealed. And so it's almost like someone could see that in you. They could see how emotionally mature and stable you are. They could see how balanced you are, and they could have a problem with that, and in return want to steal and rob that from you. There are a ton of knights here. Let me see. The knight that's missing is the Knight of Cups. So whatever this situation is, it's operating from a place of passion and mental energy. Spirit is asking you to step into your power, to not allow this situation to rob you of your power. See the King of Cups here? He's very stable. He's stable in his emotions, in his thoughts, in his mind. Like he has clarity in regards to which actions to take based on him and not based on the opinions, ideas, and thoughts of others. I think these other individuals are more childlike in nature than you. Okay, these energies seem very immature, and it seems like there's a lot of energy on the table. A lot of energy on the table, and it doesn't seem to have much to do with like benefiting you. This Eight of Wands energy is almost like Spirit saying, move away from this negativity so that you can rise to the occasion. Okay, you may have people around you who are constantly trying to destroy you. There's also a lot of dark energy here, and I know you're a Scorpio, and I love scorpionic dark energy. I love the mystery of you guys. Like, I love Scorpios. Okay, kind of obsessively in love with Scorpios, but it's just the energy of the deep, the dark. I actually have a lot of Scorpio in my chart, guys. I'm not a weirdo or a freak. I just love you guys' energy. I have, again, a ton of it in my chart. And so those are like the best parts of me is what I feel. So that's all I was saying. I was like, that kind of sounded a little creepy. I'm not creepy. But this has something to do with you just trusting your intuition and allowing yourself to be freed from individuals that don't allow you to operate in your authenticity. Okay, if for example you again have a playful, fun, energetic inner child, and individuals around you want to keep you in a lower vibe where you're constantly having to defend and protect yourself, Spirit is saying to move away from them. And this Eight of Swords and this Two of Wands energy is showing up to clarify that furthermore by saying, Scorpios, make a decision to get yourself out of this mindset, okay? And this Eight of Swords, I love this Eight of Swords. I just recognized this recently. There's only 7 swords out in the card. The 8th sword, so there's 3 here, and 1 here. This is deceptive. The 7 of Swords can represent self-sabotage too. So this is self-sabotaging energy because that 8th sword is in your mind. It's the way that you think. It's your ability to have a higher perspective. An eagle sees things from a different level, a higher perspective. An eagle is not worried about the chickens on the ground because he recognizes that he's above them. He doesn't need to concern himself with lower things because why would I, right? They're telling me the Beyonce song. Beyonce has a song. I don't know what song it is. Let me think. But she says, you stay Ramada in crystal blue waters, y'all make me chuckle, stay in your struggles, something like that, guys. Basically what she's saying is, you guys are being petty down there, you little peasants, and I'm up here in crystal blue waters and you're staying at Ramada Inns. And she's basically saying, like, I don't need to regard myself or concern myself with you guys because I'm over here living my best life. Like, I'm raising kings and queens and you're over here talking trash about me as if I care. And that's kind of the energy that I'm picking up on here, is like, ignore the haters, Scorpios, but also get yourself away from them. You don't have to deal with them. You don't have to interact with them. With the Nine of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles, you've gone through enough. You've endured them long enough. Now it's time for you to progress and move into your higher self. It's time for you to rise like this phoenix and allow a rebirth to occur in you. So it's like Spirit is saying, what areas in your life need to be rebirthed? This is time for transformation to occur. You have archangels, Master Saint Germain, these energies of master, masters of the universe trying to come in and support you. For some reason, I'm like, what the heck is the word? What am I trying to say? But it's like you have all this sacred support, your ancestors, your spirit guides, angels, God, the Holy Spirit, Jesus Christ. You have all this angelic and, support to assist you in getting out of this chaos, okay? Like, this is timing. It's divine timing. It's like, how long are you going to allow yourself to go backwards? Because you'll notice this is the Eight of Wands, but essentially this would be like the Eight of Wands in the reverse. This is the Eight of Wands upright. This is forward movement. You'll notice this is moving backwards. It's almost like you keep going back with this energy of the Knight of Wands, which he's in the reverse as well. If he's bothered, he's going to cause conflict. He's impulsive, he's irrational, he's unstable, because all he wants to do is go back and go after things that he's passionate about. There's some type of massive shift that Spirit is asking you to rise into, Scorpios. But the thing is, Spirit is saying you have to take action. How Spirit starts the reading and ends the reading is always very significant to me. The Eight of Swords at the beginning and the Knight of Swords at the end, Spirit is saying go for it. Go for your rebirth, Scorpios. Leave the things that are affecting your health negatively behind and allow that inner child to be healed. Right here, you are not defeated. You are not defeated, Scorps. There's new beginnings that are wanting to present themselves to you, but wow, look at this underneath. Release. And then this moods card, this is representative of like cycles, moon cycles. It says moods, but for me, I read it as cycles, like allowing the seasons of life to be what they are. So something in your life needs to be resolved. It needs to be released in order for you to rise into this phoenix that you are. I hope this makes sense, guys. This is very interesting. Very, very, very interesting reading, Scorpio. I get it. I hope it made sense to you. If so, feel free to drop a comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you guys so much, and release this negativity and move into the awesomeness of freedom that is so present for you. Have a great week, guys. See you later. Bye.